Hi dear children, welcome you all. So far we discussed about Dalton's atomic theory, divisibility of atoms and the discovery of subatomic particles, Rutherford planetary atom model and its limitations, and the main ideas of Bohr atom model. From all these we understood that atoms of all elements are made up of fundamental particles, namely proton, electron and neutron. And hope you all remember the features of fundamental particles in an atom. Now see this table. Can't you complete the position of particles in the atom? Yes, right? You learned that the particles such as proton and neutron are found inside the nucleus and the electron revolve around the nucleus in fixed path called orbits or shells. So, what is the position of these particles in the atom? Absolutely, proton and neutrons are found inside the nucleus and the electrons are found in the shells or orbits. Dear children, now analyze this table. Which are the fundamental particles whose masses are mainly responsible for the mass of an atom? Yes, you are right. The particles, protons and neutrons. And can you give the reason? Yes, you learned that the total mass of an atom is concentrated in the nucleus because the particles, protons and neutrons that possess mass are in the nucleus. From this table, can you say what is the mass of a proton? Yes, mass of a proton is equal to 1 U. Here, U is the unit of mass called unified mass. And what about the mass of a neutron? Exactly, the mass of a neutron is also equal to the mass of a proton, right? So it is also 1 U. Then what will be the mass of an atom having only one proton and one neutron? Yes, it is 2 U, right? If so, can you find the mass of an atom having 2 protons and 2 neutrons? It's quite simple, right? So you will get the mass of 2 protons and 2 neutrons as 4U. Now, is there any relation between the total number of protons and neutrons in an atom and its mass? Exactly what you said. The total number of protons and neutrons in an atom is called the mass number. And this is represented by the letter capital A. So we can write as capital A is equal to number of protons plus number of neutrons. From this, it's clear that the mass of an atom can be found by adding the total number of protons and neutrons in the atom. Dear children, you might have understood the position and charge of the fundamental particles in an atom. And do you know which is the fundamental particle of an atom that can be displaced when atoms rub against each other or they undergo chemical reactions with other atoms? Children, it is the particle electron which undergo chemical reactions with other atoms. Since the atom is electrically neutral, the number of protons and electrons are equal in an atom. The protons in an atom do not undergo any change in any of the circumstances discussed before. Remember, an atom is identified by the number of protons in it. Hence, the number of protons in an atom gains utmost significance. So, dear children, the total number of protons in an atom is called its atomic number. The letter Z is used to represent the atomic number. So, children, if you know the atomic number of an atom, the number of which all particles can be found? Yes, you are right. protons and electrons. Why? Because in an atom, the number of protons and number of electrons are equal. So, we can write as atomic number is equal to number of protons is equal to number of electrons. That is, Z is equal to P is equal to E. And what is in case you know the mass number? While discussing the mass of an atom, we studied the mass number represents the total number of protons and neutrons, right? So, A is equal to P plus N. From this equation, can we find the number of neutrons? Why not? Number of neutron is equal to mass number minus atomic number. Is that clear? So what all relations we studied about the fundamental particles? Atomic number is equal to the number of protons is equal to the number of electrons. The mass number is equal to number of protons plus number of neutrons. And number of neutrons is equal to mass number minus atomic number. Okay children, now don't you remember about the symbols that you have learned in the 8th standard? Now let's learn how can we include the mass number and atomic number to the symbol of an atom. Well, we write the mass number on the top left side of the symbol and atomic number on the bottom left side of the symbol. See how a carbon atom is represented in this manner? From the symbol, we can infer more details about the atom. Like we can write the atomic number, mass number, number of protons, number of electrons and number of neutrons. So dear children, here is an activity for you. Complete the table and try to find out the atomic number, mass number, protons, electrons and neutrons for the following atoms. So that's all about for today. See you in the next class. Study well dear children. Thank you.